Everybody, this is Nash here. Hope y'all are having a happy holidays, and the Christmas is right up around the corner. So we got the Santa hat on. Now, this Texas 2023 recruiting class, we're going to be doing a quick refresher over it. Now, I'm not necessarily the recruiting guru. There are a ton of other guys that do this really good, in depth. Nino's Corner, Texas Homer, Jonathan Davis, Locked on Longhorns, Fanatic Perspective, just to name a few. There's a ton. I suggest you check out all their content because they will tell you far more stuff in depth about these guys than I could. But we're going to be doing a quick recap over the 2023 full recruiting class that we've signed so far. And it has been fairly drama free, which is really cool to see in this day and age, especially with the NIL stuff. So that was really nice. But we're also going to be covering one specific area of this 2023 and 2022 recruiting class from Steve Sarkisian. Way better than Tom Herman. But before I do that, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and comment down below your thoughts on the 2022 and 2023 recruiting from Steve Sarkisian. He has been knocking it out of the park, and I'm so glad he's our head coach. I can't say that enough. But so without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So here you go. We finished third nationally in the recruiting rankings. This is On3 consensus. So you're going to see there's On3's rankings, 24/7's rankings, ESPN, Rivals, whoever you like your rankings to be provided by. On3 has it. I like their consensus page, their industry comparison page. Very transparent, very open. Arch Manning, what is there to say? Love that. You know, getting the Manning in the bag. Yeah, Anthony Hill, linebacker. This is the thing about this recruiting class, that it fills in the holes. The holes are being filled by where they need to be filled. So we need linebackers. We need depth at wide receiver. We still do need that offensive line. And guess what? He got it. We need those edges. You got it. It's nice to finally see recruiting actually being used to what it's supposed to be done for, and that is filling holes on the roster that need to be filled. And for most of you who are probably casual recruiting fans like I am, we really don't get to hear that. We don't get to know this too much about, okay, who are the targets that we really wanted? Who are the guys that we missed out on that we really wanted? And to tell you the honest truth, really outside of one guy, and that guy is Taviano, and that's a stud safety, went to LSU. Outside of one guy, we've gotten them all. Cedric Baxter, we wanted him, needed him. I mean, it sounds crazy to say need, but it's a restock, reload, reuse. You know, Derek Williams, that's a guy that we needed. Jonte Cook, that was a big get, especially with our wide receivers' future. Malik Muhammad, that right there. This is one of the biggest names in the class right here. One of the biggest names in the class, despite whatever his 4-star and all that stuff is, from the people that I listen to, that I trust on recruiting. That is a huge name. Do not, for 1 second, start to not even feel, but like, don't underrate that guy. Be very glad he's in the bag. Akana, Gillette. There's just too many guys to name. Sadir Mitchell. This is a guy that you'll see in a second. I'm about to reference Georgia. Georgia was after. Burrell. I mean, it goes down the list, and these guys as well. These lower ranked guys. Big air quotes here. This class has been everything you could have wanted, and probably more, by the fact that we got everything that we wanted. Really everything except for that one defensive back, Taviano. We've landed. It's been really cool to see as a casual guy that, you know, I'll file a name away. All right, I'll hear a name. Oh, we really need that guy. That guy's a dog. Okay, I'll file it away. Oh, we got that guy. Oh, we got that guy. We're getting this guy? I mean, it literally is like Steve Sarkisian. I referenced it before, but it's like Steve Sarkisian. He's walking. I want that. No, I don't want that. I want that. It's like he's walking down a shopping cart, and just throwing the recruits that he wants in the basket. And you know what? Oh man, I couldn't get that one recruit, one guy. That's not to say that we only missed on one single guy, but from the names that I've been hearing from people that I trust, guys like Nino's Corner, Fanatic Perspective, Texas Homer, all those guys, and even some content creators outside of Texas. I mean, oh my goodness, this has been a class. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to overstate it or understate it or whatever, but it's just my thoughts. And then you go over to let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video. Steve Sarkisian has been out recruiting, outclassing, whatever you throw in an adjective. He's doing it. He's just Tom Herman. Wow. You look at this. That is all the offensive line recruits in the first 4 seasons. And the first season it was two recruits. And yes, some of these do include transition years. But to that point, Hayden Connor should probably be on Steve Sarkisian. I'm just going off of who they committed to. Okay? And Hayden Connor committed to Tom Herman, not Steve Sarkisian. Now, he stayed committed to Steve Sarkisian, so you could throw him over there. But for the sake of this, we're going to consider Connor a Herman guy. And if you have been a speed racer and you've already gone through and you've already checked everything, you might notice Parker Braun's missing. Ran out of room. Parker Braun, sorry if you're watching this video. No slight to you, just it is what it is. Ran out of room, and unlike Calvin Anderson, now Mikey Grandy wasn't exactly a big thing, but Parker Braun just didn't get any real decent starting time, so it is what it is. Now, I'm going to go off that point in just 1 second for right now. You're going to see there's a lack of why are those names outlined in white? Those names are outlined in white because those represent transfers that we've brought from another school. So those were not recruits. You might have noticed something. Wow. Steve Sarkisian hasn't brought in a single transfer. Yes. He has not brought in a transfer on the offensive line because he doesn't need to. I mean, Herman, it was literally, oh crap, we got a hole. We got to fill it now. And in the case of a Parker Braun, if that didn't work out, we had a huge issue on the offensive line in that area. Now with Calvin Anderson, shout out Calvin Anderson, that's one of my old buddies. By the way, starting for the Denver Broncos, I repeat that again. Badass dude. Love to see him having all the success out there. Keep it up. Yeah. But Calvin Anderson, you can't rely on a Calvin Anderson every single year to come in and, okay, we're going to give you a tackle, we're going to give you a guard, whatever position we need to be filled. You can't rely on that. So you got to recruit well. And if you look, so these numbers, what's the 88 point whatever, or what's the number to deal with? And that is one consensus number on the recruiting. Javon Shepard, I couldn't find his high school recruit number, so I put it about 90. Calvin Anderson, there was literally nothing on him. But you're going to notice with Steve Sarkisian, or with Tom Herman, sorry, he did start to recruit better at the offensive line towards the end of his tenure at Texas. But too little, too late. And I'll also add, it was because of Tom Herman's ineptitude, and let's call it that. We couldn't run a mock spring game under Steve Sarkisian's year one. Like, I want to look in the camera. We could not fill 10 offensive line positions. A 2-deep. We were in a spring, and we could not fill a 2-deep. That's my point with the transfers. We needed transfers under Tom Herman because we literally did not have the offensive line. Like, it was a need. It's a, hey son, You're gonna play at Texas. Well, you can't just rely on that time in and time out. You can't. And you look at the size too. Herman offensive line, you might have noticed that thing as well. Herman offensive line over 315 pounds. Yes, there's 17 names, but remember Parker Braun's not listed, so 18 total. Out of 18 recruits that he got signed to the University of Texas, 4 of them are over 315 pounds. Steve Sarkisian has doubled that in half the time, and also 12 to 18 guys. Like that's the number that I really want to harp on the most. Steve Sarkisian, and yes, it's been 3 classes, but one really wasn't a full one, and that one was the Hayden Connor one. I mean, Steve Sarkisian, he's gone out there, and when it was presented to him, hey, there's a hole on your roster, offensive line needs to be filled. He didn't go, okay, let me go pull a transfer or two out of the, and let me plug it just for a little bit, just for a year. No, he's going out there and he said, hey, yo, Kyle Flood, let's get some dudes. They may not year one be where we want them, but years 2, 3, and 4, woo, it's gonna be nice. And that's what we're getting. We're heading into that territory. We're heading into the territory of the year 2, 3, and 4. Why is that number 315 important? This is Georgia. Welcome to your future. Okay. Right now, this is we're looking at the 2022 class. Have you noticed something? Now, yes, this guy's an edge. Okay, 6'4", 294, 6'3", 325, 6'5", 265. Those are interior linemen. Okay, go over here to the 2023 class where they just finished 2nd overall, 2nd composite. And we did steal a guy. We got a guy from Georgia. Go back to this guy. I'm going to try and get there real quickly for y'all. Yeah, 6'4", 345 pounds. Yeah, Georgia wanted this guy. They did. And I know that because, again, this is not something that I'm trying to be like, oh, I'm the all-knowing recruiter. No. I know people that do talk about this stuff, Nino's Corner specifically. And when he says something, I listen. That's a dude. You want dudes like that. And when you're not getting dudes like that, and dudes like that are also going to Georgia, you know, you might want to get a Peyton Kirkland who's 6'5", 355. You might want to get a Connor Stroh who's 6'7", 350. You're kind of getting the point now? I mean, Steve Sarkisian understands the assignment. And the assignment is SEC ball. And to play in the SEC and to win in the SEC, you got to win at the line of scrimmage. To win at the line of scrimmage, you got to get some big dudes. Kyle Flood, he likes them big and he likes them chunky. I'm not sure if you've seen that video, but I mean, it's just, this is amazing. This is what you want to see as a Texas fan. So far, I'm just going to go through, give it one last quick recap on our class. I mean, this is what you want. 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. And if they're not 5-star, they're high 4 stars. And then if they're not high 4 stars, you go down to like Samaje Burrell, who 24/7's got rated as a 3-star. I'm put him as a 4-star. Because that's why this consensus stuff works out. Is because it shows, look, one guy, one service may be lower than the others. And then also one service may be higher than all the others. In some cases. But for the most part, this recruiting class, it has been what you want to see. Like an Andre Coho, okay? We're not demanding Andre Coho be in the starting lineup in the next 2 years. If he makes it into the starting lineup, 6'6", 345 pounds coming in, if he ends up making it into the starting lineup, that is a plus. Like this is where we needed to be, where we're headed to. Finally, talented guys are going to have to ride the pine. This is the University of Texas. And that's how it should be. That's how the good programs got it. And this is an absolute Merry Christmas to you all. Hook 'em horns.